My name is Sarah Whitford. I've lived in a small house in northern Michigan for almost 20 years. It's a quiet place, close to the woods. A place where you can hear a neighbor's car from half a mile away. Nothing strange ever happened there. Until the night I lost 30 seconds of my life. I'm telling this story now because I'm scared. Not of what I saw that night, but because I think it's coming back. The night it started. It was November 14th, 2004. A cold, rainy night. My husband, Mark, was working the night shift at the factory. I was home alone. I couldn't sleep. I kept walking around the house, sipping tea, checking the time again and again. At 12:40 a.m., I heard something. Our front gate slamming shut. I thought Mark had come home early. Sometimes he did that when work was slow. I walked to the door, opened it, and saw nothing, just wet grass. Mist drifting across the driveway. No footsteps, no voice, no one. I felt a little uneasy, but I told myself the wind probably pushed the gate. I closed the door, turned toward the hallway, and then I saw her. I saw myself, walking ahead of me. It lasted only 3 seconds, but it burned into my memory like fire. Same clothes, same hair, same height, but the face was wrong. The eyes were black, empty, like 2 deep holes carved into her skull. She didn't look at me. She didn't make a sound. She just walked into my bedroom and closed the door behind her. I whispered, "What the hell?" But no sound came out. My throat was frozen. Then, exactly 30 seconds later, the front door opened. Not the gate, the door. Mark stepped inside, shaking water off his jacket. He looked frightened. "Sarah, why didn't you answer me? I called you 2 times. I told him I didn't hear anything. He said, "I saw you from outside, through the bedroom window. You were staring out at me. You didn't move. There was no way. I was in the hallway the whole time. We walked to the bedroom together. The room was empty. But on the cold, fogged glass of the window, someone had written, 30 seconds later." Mark thought someone had broken in. I thought I was losing my mind. But the writing was clearly written from inside the room. The second encounter. Nothing happened for 2 days. Everything felt normal again. Then, on the 3rd night, something changed. I was brushing my teeth around 11 p.m. I looked at the mirror and saw my reflection blink half a second late. Just a small delay, but enough to make my stomach drop. I leaned closer, whispered, "Do it again." I blinked. It blinked late, and then it smiled. I didn't. The smile stretched too wide, like the skin was tearing. I backed away, shaking. When I looked again, my reflection was normal. I slept with the lights on. After that, strange things started happening. The TV in the living room turned on by itself at 3:12 a.m. every night. My phone alarm went off at random times, even when I didn't set anything. Sometimes I heard slow, heavy footsteps in the hallway, even when Mark was at work. And the worst part, every night around 4 a.m., I saw a shadow standing at the end of my bed, silent, still, watching. One night I whispered, "What do you want?" The shadow moved, just 1 step, and the bedroom door slammed shut so hard the walls shook. Mark woke up, surprised, terrified. He searched the whole house. No one was there. A week later, it got worse. I woke up sitting on the kitchen floor. The clock said 3 a.m. I had no memory of leaving bed. My hands were cold and dusty. My clothes were damp, like I had been walking outside. On the kitchen table lay a piece of paper. On it, written in my own handwriting, "You're 30 seconds behind again." But I hadn't written it. Mark said maybe I was sleepwalking, but sleepwalkers don't leave warnings for themselves. Until this point, Mark hadn't seen anything strange. He thought stress was making me imagine things. Until one night, we were watching TV. Mark got up to get a drink. He froze halfway down the hall. "Sarah, why are you in the kitchen?" I looked up at him. "I'm right here." His face turned pale. "No, I just saw you by the fridge." We walked into the kitchen. Every cabinet door was open. The fridge door was wide open. And inside, written in condensation, "Ask her where she was 30 seconds ago." Mark stared at me like I was a stranger. And honestly, I didn't know who I was anymore. I bought a small camera and set it up in the living room overnight. The next morning, I watched the footage. At 3:12 a.m., the TV turned on by itself. Then I saw myself walk into frame. Except, I was asleep in bed at that time. The other me walked slowly, stiffly, unnaturally. She stood right in front of the camera and stared into it for a full minute. No blinking, no expression. Then she leaned in, inches from the lens, and whispered, "30 seconds is almost up." The voice was mine, but cold, empty, wrong. The last night it happened, I woke to the sound of breathing, slow, steady, right next to me. I kept my eyes closed. Then I heard my own voice whisper, "Sarah, open your eyes." I froze. Mark wasn't home. I was alone. The voice moved closer. "You're late again." I opened my eyes. She was standing over me. Black eyes, pale skin, no expression at all. I tried to scream. Nothing came out. She leaned down so close I could feel her breath. Only one of us belongs here. The room spun. My vision blurred. It felt like something was pulling me backward, out of my own body. And then, everything went black. I woke up outside, on the wet grass. The sun was rising. I was shaking, freezing, terrified. I stumbled inside. I went to the bathroom, splashed water on my face, looked in the mirror, and blinked. My reflection blinked at the same time. Perfect, normal. I almost cried with relief. But then I saw it. A faint message, written on the mirror, slowly fading. 30 seconds next time. And that's why I'm telling this story now. I don't know when next time will be. But every night at 3:12 a.m., the TV still turns on. Every night, I feel watched. And every time I look in a mirror, I hold my breath. Because one day, my reflection might blink late again. And when it does, I don't think I'll be the one standing here anymore.